now moment, all you positive heads out there. It's so good to be back with you as always. If you're new to this podcast, of course, we are super happy to have you here, and we just ask that you bring an open mind and an open heart to your listening experience, and to be prepared to explore vantage points that I'm convinced will help shift or solidify your current understanding of the ultimate nature of reality. While listening, you will be exposed to inspiring, empowering, and unifying perspectives that I'm highly confident will yield stellar results in your life if you opt to try them on for size. Also, if you're a longtime P-Head listener, you know I have been diligently working on producing episodes for my new late-night style, consciousness-elevating video talk show, Optimistic. Well, after a year plus in the making, I am thrilled to announce that we will be releasing Season 1's episodes weekly beginning March 15th, and I'm asking for your help to spread the love and to let your friends and family know about Optimistic when it's released. In exchange for taking a minute to share our Episode 1 teaser video on March 15th, or whenever you're hearing this, up through the end of April, we're giving you monthly memberships to not one, but two consciousness-expansive online content portals from two of my very favorite teachers and healers that are valued at over $50 a month, as well as entering your name into a drawing to win a free week at the Mystic Manor for a retreat immersion valued at $2,950, where the winner will be chosen in April. Otherwise, if you're interested in hearing more details about the rewards you'll receive for supporting, we'll send you a video that goes into detail when you text the word Mystic to the number 22999. You can also go to optimistic.tv to see several other videos, including the Optimistic show trailer and two videos that discuss the week-long retreat immersion, as well as details of what the Mystic Manor immersion entails and how you can book a week to come stay with us even if you don't win the raffle. All right, all you positive heads, here we grow again. I am back in the studio, non-solo. I'm happy to report I have three lovely ladies with me here who have been brave enough to spend a week at the Mystic Manor, or almost a week now. We have a few days left. Welcome to the show, ladies. Why doesn't everyone take a quick moment and just introduce themselves so you guys can hear the voice who's who?
Okay, good.
My name's Laura, and I'm from Carson City, Nevada.
Welcome, Laura.
Thank you.
My name's Alicia. I'm from Philadelphia.
Welcome, Alicia.
And my name's Kristen. I'm from Bluebell, Pennsylvania.
Yay, Kristen. All right. So, who's the bravest of you very chatty? You guys look shyer and more bashful than I've seen all week. It's so funny. These podcast people will get like... And then by the end, it's kind of like the retreat in general. At the beginning, people were like, this is strange. And by the end, they own the place. So by the end of this podcast, you'll own the podcast. So who feels bold enough to go first and just share a little bit about what your week's been like? I think that's kind of a good first way to start.
I'll start. This is Kristen here. As Brandon said, when I arrived, I was really excited. I love listening to the podcast. I've been listening since March of last year, so coming up on a year. And it's changed my life so much. I was really depressed, and just listening to the podcast every morning on my way to work and way home has just been a life changer. So to be here was very surreal. But I've definitely broken out of my shell. I had a great time with Samantha Lotus. She is fabulous. And one thing I would like to share is we did some eye gazing, me and Laura. And at first, it felt very awkward. And I'm like, just let it go. Just be here with her. And as soon as I let go, she blasted me with so much of her energy and pain and suffering, and I took that load off of her chest, and it felt very overwhelming. But Sam was there. She helped me breathe through it, and it was just an awesome thing to feel it.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. That was the first full day too, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I guess.
Hold on, you can't cry already. We just started. Oh, you can do anything you want. I'm kidding.
Yeah, thinking about that moment was definitely special. This whole week, if you're definitely questioning coming here, don't. It has completely changed my life. I feel like I came in with a lot of weight. I also feel like I was able to open up and speak. Even doing this is still a big deal to me. And I really feel like I've reclaimed my power. I feel like I got more than what I wanted, more than I ever could have expected. Petra, Leah, Samantha Lotus, Rio, everybody here is amazing. And it's been a magical experience. Very magical.
Yay for magic!
Yes.
For me, this is Alicia. I've never actually listened to any podcast in my life.
Which is the best. I love it when I get... It's been a few times now where someone's walked through the door. It's like, I don't know who you are. My friend brought me here.
Yeah, 25 years of friendship with Kristen, and she kind of just said, hey, you down for this journey? And I just said, yeah, I'm going to have no expectations, not really think about it, just go, and I'm having an amazing time. I really enjoyed the essential oils class. I actually worked for a drug development company for 3 years, and I'm against medicine, and to have a natural, just learning about the doTERRA and the actual company and what it does as a whole is really amazing, and it's just really inspiring, and it makes me want to go out and make that change and like
use
shout it at the
naturopathic.
rooftops. Yeah, shout it at the rooftops. I want to go back home and just say, stop what you're doing. Take these oils, all will be well.
Yeah.
You don't need the medicine, drug development companies. Like I said, I worked for one for 3 years.
Right. Well, I think it was Hippocrates, the founder of modern medicine, said, make food thy medicine and medicine thy food. And that's like, the founder of it all. And I love how, as a society, we're coming back to that in general.
Yeah.
So, of course, here at the Mystic Manor, if you come and stay a week, not only do we have, Chef Ian making vegan meals throughout the week.
Amazing.
And,
shout out to Ian.
exploring using things like essential oils or, just alternative ways to, and most importantly, the number one health thing that we can do to benefit our health is doing the work, doing the self-work, the transformational work, because I believe all dis-ease comes from some sort of energetic blockage, traumatic blockage, something that's started as an emotional issue originally that then develops into something that's physical. So that's why modern medicine is kind of off in some ways, not to say it doesn't have its time, place, and and is useful. I'm not just throwing the baby out with the bathwater, but but there is, it's kind of like, what our modern doctors have been trained to do is let's deal with the effect, not the cause, right? And let's put a Band-Aid on it, and let's numb it, and let's, it's like, and the work that we're focused on, and why Samantha prides herself on making people cry on the first day is not in a bad way. It's like getting to those things that are emotional. We store it in our system, in our bodies, and if we don't release it and process it, then it not only is it limiting how much light we can bring in to grow and expand, but it can fester into something that actually manifests as a physical illness or disease at some point down the road. And I think more and more people are understanding that, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So... Cool. Well, so obviously our trip's not over. Today is my favorite day of the week because I actually get to break away from all the planning and work that I'm doing to, in preparation for the Optimistic release. Which, if you're listening for the first time, you can go to optimistic.tv and learn about that, the new show that we're doing. But it's great because I put it on my calendar. I'm spending the full day with you guys, and obviously we drop in and connect throughout the week. But today's the day where I get to spend a lot of time and do the podcast, and we're going to go on a hike.
I'm excited.
I am too. So what do you guys, what has been sort of your biggest takeaways so far? We're still in it, but, does anyone feel compelled to share?
The special bond with these ladies.
Why don't you tell them about that?
Well, Kristen and Alicia are best friends since, I think,
25 years.
Last lifetime.
Priceless union.
I didn't know them, but we immediately, the first day, built a special bond. And I feel like I've been missing that. And I feel I've gained two soul sisters. Such a bond that we all decided to get the same tattoo.
Yeah,
With
it's
3
looks
dots
so good too.
to represent our special bond. And I don't think it's going to end here. And we've all discussed future plans and even coming back here to Venice together.
Oh, yay. Tell them what your tattoo is.
It's a lotus.
Lotus flower.
3 you all got a lotus, and then you have 3 little dots on top of the lotus, which represent each other.
All 3 of us.
Absolutely.
It's so good.
Yeah.
It's kind of like our rebirth.
Lotus grow in the murkiest of waters, and that for me is very meaningful.
Symbolic.
Yeah, symbolic.
Yeah, you've had quite the journey.
Yes, I have.
I don't know if you feel compelled to share any
it's okay.
of it. Whatever, I mean, anything that you feel compelled to share.
I've been through a lot in life. I've been giving, I feel, a very special life. About 8 months ago, my dog bit off half of my nose and more than half of my upper lip. And I've had 5 facial reconstructive surgeries. It's just been a journey, but...
Wow.
For me, I just want to mention, because Sam really made a huge difference for me. I'm a Leo, I'm a very strong individual. Obviously, very opinionated. But for me, Sam really saw me. And I got in front of, I talk a lot, I'm very comfortable. It seems I'm very comfortable with people. Once I got in front of them to speak in front of these 2 and Sam, I just froze, and it just really was overwhelming, because honestly, for the first time in my life, people were actually giving me attention, and it was really once I got it all out of the crying, the weeping like a baby, I kind of got control of myself, and it gave me a peace and a confirmation, just to be seen for the first time,
and to be heard,
for that 1 minute, really changed me and gave me a very controlled calmness and peace that I, with my energy, need a lot of it.
Beautiful.
So that was really meaningful for me. It was life-changing.
Wow. And you're such a warrior. I mean, the fact when I found out what you had been through and how recently, I'm like, holy smokes.
Yeah, I still have surgeries coming up. It's definitely been a process. I had a lot of loss in my life as well. But when I got here, I just knew that, and I didn't really question anything. I just came, and once I got situated and met Laura and everything, I said, we are meant to be here. I know I'm exactly where I need to be. It just felt so good. That feeling of I'm aligned and I'm exactly where I need to be was very overwhelming.
Yes.
It was I knew. It was almost like when you're cord to the earth, the cord. That's how I felt, just so exactly where I was supposed to be.
Right.
And that's a peace in itself.
I feel it.
Peaceful feeling in itself.
Woo!
Definitely been through a lot. Yeah. I'm sweating and have the chills.
This is amazing. Just to see her, how we've all changed since Monday. I feel like we're a new person.
Confident, peaceful, just under control, just healthier. I'm a meat eater. I love meat, and I have been thanking Ian every meal because they have been amazing vegan meals. I want to go home. I'm gonna.
Makes it easier when you have someone who
and puts really just so much passion and flavor and love into it, because I love food, and I just really appreciate that. I had carnitas tacos yesterday. Honestly, I did. When I was eating, I wasn't like, wow, I needed this. It didn't really do anything for me. It wouldn't change anything.
Interesting.
Because you have to have the skill of Ian really knows what he's doing to make that kind of smoky flavor that really brings an element to the dishes.
Yep. Gives you that sort of meatiness that you're missing a lot of times with vegan meals.
Yeah, and you're actually getting more protein and more nutrients than what you think a steak's doing for you.
Totally. Without all the other stuff that the byproducts that aren't good for you.
And my stomach's been good. I've been having no issues at all. I feel good. I feel my face is I feel like every day. I just said to her when I woke up, I'm like, I feel like my face is just healing every day as I'm here, just more and more.
Oh, it looks, based off what happened, you look so amazing.
That's what I think.
Wow.
Yeah, it's been. I've had some crazy. I had a tendon removed from my leg, put into my face to form the structure, so I could actually smile. It's very tight, but it's just been. I feel. After what happened to me, I couldn't be more blessed.
Yeah.
You would think that's not the case, but it's been a blessing in disguise.
Yeah.
And I know I'm exactly where I need to be.
Yes.
Share my message.
Woo.
Yes.
Yeah.
You got this. Go, girl.
Yeah.
And before we continue on, I'd like to take a quick moment to announce to you guys that we have a new sponsor of the Positive Head podcast, Mac Weldon. As you guys know, I've been very selective about sponsors over the years, only working with a select few that I truly align with. So when Mack Weldon first reached out to me about sponsoring Positive Head, and I saw that they were claiming to make intelligently designed men's basics such as underwear, socks, t-shirts, sweatpants, made from premium fabrics that are also super comfy, I was intrigued. The reason being is because the running joke in my family my whole life has been that you will never see me in anything that isn't super cozy, which, if you ask my mom, has led to many, many embarrassing fancy restaurant dinners with me wearing old sweatpants. So I was intrigued enough that I ordered 4 items to try them out. And when I received them, I knew I had instantly found a new favorite go-to for my basics. My mom is going to be ecstatic to hear their claim that their Ace sweatpants are a modern upgrade for your favorite sweatpants. It's a totally legitimate claim. They are definitely way more comfy and stylish than my old ones, and I've never looked better at dinner. I intend personally to order them in every color, and of course, since they are super high quality, they do cost a little more than your Walmart standard basics. However, luckily for all UP heads, they are giving all Positive Head listeners 20% off when you go to mackweldon.com and use the code POSITIVEHEAD, all one word. That's spelled MACKWELDON.com. I highly recommend trying them out or ordering them for your partner or spouse. You have my 111% guarantee that your mother or mother-in-law will thank you profusely at the next family dinner. Ooh, all right. Who wants to follow that?
Yeah, yeah, just to say that I feel very like rebirthed and clear, content, happy. And it's all just simple things like having fun, dancing with Rio, singing,
Moving your body.
Yeah, and just
Getting that stagnant energy out.
And the food, like I'm very inspired to try to be vegan. Yeah, I feel so good.
Yeah. Oh, I love that.
I think we thought our meal yesterday was going to be something else.
Amazing, but
it really wasn't. I think we needed an Ian's dinner last night.
The soul food.
Yeah, the soul food, exactly.
What has been your biggest takeaway?
I think just everything. Being able to open up, talk about my feelings.
You came so last minute too.
Yeah, it was very magical how I got here. My friend paid for this trip, and it turned out I was originally only going to come for Saturday, and I made a decision that
there's an event here Saturday that you're going to come to, right?
Yes, absolutely. And I decided to come, and it's the best decision I've made for myself yet. And that's something I haven't done for a long time. I take care of everybody else and me last. And I finally did. I did me this week.
Yeah.
And I needed to do that. And I'm so excited. I'm so excited to share it with everybody too.
Yeah, and I know you were really nervous about coming, like sort of like on the fence, like I don't know.
Yeah, and I felt like I wasn't. First thing I was like, I don't deserve it. And the more I've been here and spent time with Samantha and Petra and Leah, I'm well fucking deserving of it.
Yes, you are.
And,
you are as deserving as anyone ever has been or could be.
And I definitely feel that from you. You know, like I definitely feel like you had like an awakening where you just know you deserve it now, and that's really good for me to see in you. You know that you've come so far, and I can really see it in you. You've been glowing the past couple of days.
Yeah, I feel it too. I feel
definitely.
It too. Alicia was taking pictures of me yesterday, and I don't usually like that, and I felt like I was glowing.
Yeah, she looks beautiful. You know, she's like, I do. Like, you know, and it was, felt so good to even hear her say that. I was like, yes, you do. Like, take that. You know. Yeah.
That is amazing. I want to see these pictures.
Yes, I'm gonna post them. Absolutely. I was. I never thought I would actually want to talk about this experience, but now I can't wait to like talk about it on my Instagram and maybe motivate somebody else. And that's important to me. That's what I want. So if you're listening and you're questioning if you should come or don't, because this is magical. And it's priceless. It's really,
It really is.
It is. There's no. You cannot put a price on this. Absolutely not.
Yeah, I think, sometimes I've had feedback from some people like, oh, you guys, Brandon, you've talked about the Mystic Manor too much and all these things. And I think they haven't loved, some people who've been listening a long time that, I've put so much energy on it and, it's like, and the thing that I think some of those people don't necessarily realize is how profound the effect that it's having, and what the aim of it is to like, this is helping to propagate the new show into the world, which I truly believe will reach many, many, many more people than Positive Head, which Positive Head has been the greatest blessing ever, and I love it, and I'll always love it.
Me too.
And I'm also always saying, okay, how can I reach more people? And I think Optimistic is going to do that, and you guys are actually enabling that to happen by being here and supporting, and one of the things that I've tried to do is keep the cost so low compared to what you would pay for other like full weeks with vegan chefs and all the workshops, and just that the cost of this house alone, the overhead here is insane, like 45 grand a month. Like, it's nuts, right? It's like, so I've done everything I can to keep the cost really, really low. So it's like, okay, and there's a lot of spots, so it's like a necessity to like get them filled and talk to people about it. And at the end of the day, it's like we're actually about to give a spot away with the new Optimistic launch campaign. I don't know if you guys even know about that yet.
Yeah,
we just announced it, So if you text the word Mystic to the word 22999, you'll be entered into the Optimistic launch, entered into a raffle to win a free week here. And then also, all you do in exchange is just post the little teaser video when it comes out, and like our, Facebook, Instagram page. It's like take you a minute, and you'll be entered into a raffle. You also get like $50 plus of free like online stuff with Lee Harris's The Portal and Sonia Sophia's World Tapping Circle, a monthly membership. So that's one way that you guys, if you don't have the money, if you were wanting to come have a chance, text the word Mystic to 22999. The other thing that we just announced yesterday is that people, what we found, this is our first time doing this too, starting from July to, last July to now. And, we have dates booked through the end of June as of now. Is we're seeing like, people travel more in the summer and the spring and so this has been the slowest period so far. So for us, like we have several spots still in March and April. So we decided, okay, what do we do? We don't want, obviously having like a full at least 3 is like, makes the vibe of it. People always become lifelong friends, et cetera, et cetera. Awesome. So we announced yesterday that we've decided just for March and April to do a special thing where we're cutting it. It's normally $2,950 for just the solo room, or $4,950 for 2. We've decided to pair people, and people always found their partners before. We've decided to pair people up for people who can't, who want to come and couldn't afford it maybe. Since March and April is a slower travel time, we've decided we'll pair you up with someone, and we'll cut the cost to $1,333 each. So it's like cheaper. It's it's during the non-busy season, so I'm really hoping some of you guys out there who've wanted to come, it's quite a bit cheaper. You are paired up with someone, but I haven't seen every group here. When you end up with someone, it's like someone you're meant to be there with. So if you end up in a room with someone, it's because you're meant to end up in a room with someone.
Exactly.
And if you guys want to take advantage of that, there is obviously only limited spots with that. You can schedule a call by going to calendly.com/mystic deal. And we'll talk to you about that and set that up and explore, getting you here. I wish everyone could come,
Yeah, me too.
I'm kind of, in a way, I think it's a blessing in disguise what's happening in March and April, because it's going to give people an opportunity that otherwise couldn't come to come. Mm-hmm. And it'd be interesting to see who ends up paired up with who. And we hope you guys come. Is there anything that any of you feel compelled to share that just in general, like you've got an audience, you've got the microphone, is there some revelation or truth or something that you feel would be beneficial to everyone out there listening?
Well, for me, I had no expectations coming here. I just really didn't want to share it with many people. I didn't want their opinions. I kind of just had no expectations on it, and it was the best thing I could have done. The headspace I could have been in coming into it. It really just... I think that's definitely... I think I read that on the package coming in. So it kind of made me... you're right. I don't want to have expectations. I just want to just go and enjoy myself. Be open, willing, and... had an amazing time. An amazing time.
So. Anyone else, as far as just, it doesn't even have to do with the retreat in general, maybe just it can, but just your own personal truths or revelations or, things that you feel, will be beneficial to someone out there listening.
Loving yourself is key.
Yeah.
It's everything.
Brandon says that all the time.
It's everything.
Yeah, it's everything. The end.
Everything. And I always say, I'll add to that. I'll add to that. It's like we're all fractals of source. We're all, fractal is like the sun. The whole is contained in the part, right? It's all in there. It's like Rumi said, we're not the drop out of the ocean. We're the entire ocean in a drop, right? Mm-hmm. And so you are source and an emanation of source, and therefore. What is source at the end of the day when all the puzzle pieces go back in the box, when all the chess pieces go back in the box? It's all one, and therefore it's alone in a sense, right?
Yeah.
And so this story for all of us being fractals of the one is to learn self-love, because what is source? God, higher self have to learn self-love. It's actually a love story. Your whole life and lifetimes and adventure throughout eternity is a giant love story, falling in love with yourself. Mm-hmm. So the number one thing I believe we all came here to learn is self-love for that very reason. And once you start operating from a place of self-love, then all the next sort of levels of experience open up for you. And you need the lifetimes and experiences of self-doubt and hate and all that. See, the contrast is what gives it meaning. So, instead of cursing or shaking our fist at any of those things, you're learning to see them as the tool that they actually were to give you the contrast so you can actually, move into a place of self-love. And that's why when you said, am I worthy? No one's ever been more worthy. Yeah. You're it. Yeah, you are one with it all. Everyone is just as worthy as any other person. The most spiritually aware person stepping through the doors, or the person who's never even know what the heck's going on when they walk through the door. Neither is more worthy or better than the other. They're equal. They're brilliantly unique in their own. And they're all making the tapestry beautiful. It's a living work of art, humanity, and physicality.
Absolutely.
All right, ladies. Well, this has been absolutely epic. Does anyone have any last shout outs or shares before we wind completely down and move on to our next adventure together today?
Shout out Norristown.
And to my special friend Heidel, who made this possible for me.
Yes,
I know he'll listen to this.
Thank you, Heidel.
You are amazing.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you for blessing us with her very worthy presence.
Yes. Thank you for making this place possible.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you, Brandon.
Thank you.
Awesome. Oh, my pleasure. All right, ladies, let's go adventure. Inspiration point. Here we come.
Can't wait.
Till next time. Journey well, everyone. Love you so much. Oh, and remember, 22999, text the word Mystic. And if you want to come to the Mystic Manor for an incredible discount, then calendly.com/mystic deal. Love you all so much. And if you're feeling the call to come for a week retreat style Mystic Manor immersion, remember to go now and book your time to speak with me directly about stepping into the optimistic vortex at calendly.com/talk with Brandon while there are still spots left. Otherwise, I look forward to co-creating magic with you at the Mystic Manor.